Well, I need to welcome you back, and we'll see the big story for today. We're looking at addressing some of the major challenges that will definitely confront Nigerians this year. The issues of the growing inflation, which is a paramount, and the economy, which seems to be paramount, and especially on the minds of many Nigerians, knowing what they experienced last year. And not just only that, but other major challenges that the country will be confronted with is all we are also addressing on the show today. And that's what we're looking at today on the big story. But what we'll do now is quickly go on a break, and let's get a message from our sponsors. And we're talking about Beneta Gas. And when we come back, more discussion centered on the big story.
Oh, yeah, follow Uno Road, auto better quality. If you dey talk gas matter, oh, yeah, follow Beneta. Gas with the better quality, Beneta gas. Gas where they full rich man to Beneta gas. Delivery brother na sharp pal. Beneta gas. Beneta gas, no mago mago. Beneta gas. Different type of gas cylinder. Beneta gas. Gas we go last you well out. Beneta gas. For gas matter, Beneta now do. Beneta gas. Gas service in a them they run. Beneta gas. Beneta make you carry go.
For gas matter and home delivery, make you wire Beneta gas plant for 080-6745-7890 and 080-5904-7722. Beneta gas plant, the Etekwele of gas matters.
Well, anyway, I need to welcome you back, and I will always want to say this, that the big story is big enough to accommodate all your businesses. So just come over and let's see how we can bring you on board in 2024. But anyway, we're still looking at the issues that seems to be confronting, or will be confronting Nigerians in 2024, and how can we truly address those issues is what the big story is centered on today. But I still have no other person but my very guest, and will I call him an elder statesman already? Or anyway, let me just leave, he's still a very young man. I'm talking of no other person, but she followed him again. Well, anyway, let's come back to our discussion. Yeah, and in our initial half, we talked greatly about the budget and how that will definitely help spur the economy into the right direction. The mining, you seem to have your strong reservation and doubts, especially as it concerns some of the indices that are being projected there to deal with the problems. But let's look at it now. During the January 1st broadcast of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which was yesterday, he talked about some positives. And one of the major positives he talked about is the Presidential Power Initiative Program with Siemens, which will help to deal with the energy crisis, which many feels is the major problem bedeviling our own production, and which we also talked is a reason for also some reason that foreign direct inflow seems to be leaving the shores of this country, undermining we have the big market for it. Apart from that, also we do know that the Port Harcourt refinery, as they said, has come on stream. That was a cheering news that greeted us at the very last week of 2023, and with all indication, as they also said, production will start. And not just only that alone, as it stands now, Dangote refinery has gotten its fourth supply of crude oil, and the fifth seems to be coming. So let's look at some of all of this positive and look at the issues, because I won't lie, this is the first time Nigerians were not sleeping in filling station during the Christmas and New Year celebration. So many will say, okay, it looks as if we're now beginning to have steady supply of the product. But let's look at the energy that will definitely come from Siemens. Look at the Port Harcourt refinery, Dangote refinery. Do you feel these will help deal and spur the economy into the right direction this year?
When you say that because people are not sleeping in filling stations,
or did not sleep in the filling stations,
during Christmas and New Year, that means that there is improvement in fuel supply.
Yes.
That is not correct. People didn't sleep there because they didn't have money to buy fuel. The fuel is too expensive.
The filling stations were having.
They were having fuel. When you have fuel and there are no buyers, the fuel is in the tank. Port Harcourt refinery that he says has come on stream. The only authority on any refinery is condition is NUPEG. Not press hype by the government.
Okay.
And the information that I have from my friends and boys who are tanker drivers is that there's nothing like that coming from Port Harcourt.
They've not lifted any of the
They've not lifted. So what has
okay,
come
so
on?
we can only say we will when they start lifting.
Yeah. When they start lifting, and hopefully that will bring down the price of petrol. When it brings it down, how will it bring it down? I mean, it will eliminate the cost of transportation of crude to abroad and of refined product back to Nigeria. If it can eliminate that, that might take about 100 to 200 naira off the price of fuel. Then we can say, that is good.
So we should just wait to see.
We should wait. Not all this hype, not this TV hype of government. All those are public relations stuff. I don't want that. Your program is right. Tell us the truth.
Okay, but what of the issue of Siemens?
Siemens.
Yes.
You see, have they started working?
No, not at all.
Power stations are not installed overnight. They're not installed overnight. Even if it is just the concrete that they will pour, that will see the turbines, it will take 30 days to cure. The cement, the concrete alone, it will take 30 days to cure. So, all those are hypers. They are hypes. I don't... Yes, if they come on stream, that's just one end. We have distribution. We have transmission.
Yeah.
What Siemens is doing is generation. You generate power.
Yeah. So our problem is not generation.
No, but distribution, transmission and distribution. Are we there yet? Is Siemens contract? Is it a complete package?
Production, distribution and transmission.
And is it? So we don't have enough information to start hoping that this problem will be solved this year. But if it starts, that in itself is hope.
Okay.
That's in itself hope. Dangote has continued to take crude and take crude and take crude.
He will be taking the fifth supply.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many tankers have rolled out of Dangote refinery
To supply to
today to date? None. So what is he doing with the crude that is being supplied? What is he doing with the crude? I've always been worried of all this Dangote stuff. I've always been. After all these Emefiele revelations, I started getting worried about all these their stories. Let him start converting the crude to refined product, and the moment it flows, the moment it flows, by then we know we can now clap, because the entire purpose is to reduce the price of fuel. If Dangote is producing today, and the price of fuel keeps going up, it's of no benefit to us. If Warri refinery, Port Harcourt refinery, Kaduna refinery, they are producing, and the price of fuel doesn't come down, they have no use. So let them produce and price comes down. When price starts coming down, we will clap. I will be the first to clap.
So you here and you come clap.
I will clap. If I can cripple my hand by clapping.
Okay, no, we don't want you to go that way. Anyways, okay, let's leave the economy and talk about another major challenge, which is being faced by the country, and which President Tinubu yesterday acknowledged in his broadcast when he said that his administration cannot beat his chest yet that the insecurity issue is solved. And the sad and unfortunate sincerity to that is the killing of 195 Nigerians in Bariki-Ladi and Bokos local government area of Plateau State. It's a grim reminder of how the insecurity challenges is at the moment, and many are already looking at it into 2024. We only heard yesterday that the pontiff of the Catholic Church showed his disgust and also prayed that most of these things will not happen in Nigeria going forward. But anyway, it's one thing to pray, but one thing to take action. And that's where my next question goes. do you feel the present security architecture is not working as it concerns this growing problem of insecurity? And what do you feel we need to do to change the narrative? Should the whole security architecture be changed? Because look at it, it's not solving the problem. And this is beyond farmer header's clutch. The Plateau State Governor said that yesterday. So we're not looking at land grabbing at the moment, but growing insecurity, putting of fears into communities, and many will say it's all about them paying ransom to stay in peace and do their farming in peace. But let's just look at it. Where did we get it wrong?
We got it wrong when we allow bandits to come into Nigeria.
And please, I'll plead with you. Let's not put politics into this.
No, we're not talking about politics. We're not talking about politics. Bandits came to Nigeria. Bandits came into Nigeria to wreak havoc.
Yes.
On the country, on the people of the country. And we have not questioned ourselves. How did it happen? Who brought them into the country? So we need an Oputa panel to unravel that. So people are punished. So people are punished for causing this problem. Until we do that, we're not addressing the issue.
Okay.
190-something killed for no crime they've committed, just because they are Nigerians, and that's a serious matter. And somebody brought that in. Bandits, when the word that bandit has not been on our lexicon until 2015 to date.
2016, 2017.
Yes, to date. And there was even a reluctance to declare the bandits terrorists
at the initial stage.
At the initial stage. So we need to have political will. We are sending soldiers to the field every day and they get killed. And we've not called anybody, not one person, to question, how did this thing happen?
How did it start?
How did it start?
Okay, now, as much as you've said that, because that brings me to my next question. Now, talking about approach, yes, you feel that's the first step in dealing with the problem.
Yes.
So let's look at another major problem. I could still remember on the 12th day of November, the Minister of Defense, Bello Matawale, gave us another different narrative. And he said it looks as if some persons are now entrepreneurs of this conflict. They are cashing in on this growing insecurity in the north. Yeah, he talked about us going there to flush them out to deal with the problem. But do you feel this problem will linger for long because it's now having a business approach of the whole insecurity in that region? Because like he said, some persons are the one providing money and arms to these persons. When they go ahead, get ransoms, these persons that encourage them will cash in. And he's not even talking about informants are also cashing in on this, informing these bandits of the communities. And not only that, those who supplying these bandits with food, water and drinks sell for 3 times what it should be. So it's now a total new business. With even many people feeling that even foreign nationals are also investing because of the issue of mining. And we saw where the direction of this government is going about that. So let's look at the business part of this and how can we deal with that to also end this problem.
When we look at bandits, I will look at the problem as if it is a northern problem. Is kidnapping not the problem here in Uganda?
It is.
Is kidnapping not the problem in Agbaro?
It is.
The victims are hidden somewhere. There is a service, a long chain of services to keep the money coming, ransom coming, is paid. Through transfers, some through transfers. This is the country, the only country I know in this world where money will be transferred from one account to the other, and police can't solve that problem of the account the money moved to. Money was transferred to an account, be it POS or whatever, And it's there in the record. There is a trail the police can follow. And we're not getting results. We are not getting results that is required.
We've had BVN, NIN.
Yeah, we got all that. Yet we are not utilizing these sources to solve this problem. If a kidnapper knows that the money is transferred into whatever account that whatever ways he had hidden it, then you will trust to him, he will not.
But all of the issues of them paying ransom cash-wise and all of that.
You see, we are not serious in this country. 18-year-old boy is driving a flashy car that you've been working all your life. Your car spends more time in the park, in the mechanic workshop than on the road because you can't maintain it. And somebody who has no job, who doesn't have skill set, is cruising on a Land Cruiser, and nobody has questions. Morals have gone. So look, insecurity is my problem, your problem. It's a societal problem now in Nigeria.
And not only centered in
it has become a culture. It has become our way of life. Parents are now registering their students in what they call kingdom schools, where they learn sophisticated crime. That is a form of banditry. That is a form of banditry. How can one invest in a society when you don't even know if there's going to be tomorrow? How? Now let's go back to the insecurity at the national level. We do not look at the insecurity from the point of view of the military and of the security agencies. We don't. They buy very expensive equipment to carry jets and all that. These are all drains on our foreign exchange.
Of course.
Nigeria has not been able to produce one bullet. So every bullet a soldier shoots or a police shoots is a waste of Nigerian resources. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if Nigeria can be peaceful, a huge chunk of money will be released to develop the economy. Let's not look at the death of our men and women in uniform. Huge loss on human capital. Then think of this of infrastructure that are destroyed, roads that are
on account of
bridges that are blown off, vehicles that are bombed. All these have impact on the economy because resources are now being wasted. So when government says it wants to deal with insecurity, I don't think they understand the full meaning of the word security. They don't understand.
So it's beyond just mobilizing troops to wherever the
No, the troops are human beings. So as I said, those who cause this problem must be called to order.
Okay, well, anyways, I'll plead with you to hold on. We need to really go on a break now. And when we come back, we'll wrap things up as we look at some other major challenges that the country will be faced with in 2024. Let's go on a break.